Okay, so let's see. Where do we go from here? Let's check some references. Um, Actually, let's add some of this scaffolding, stairs, and industrial stuff all over the place. It needs some of that because it's just a bit empty right now. And the lighting will probably have to like figure it out as I go along, but this is a good starting point. So again, it's just that one spotlight and nothing else. That's probably all I'm gonna need, but we'll see. So just go to like 3, I don't know. Okay, so let's do some, industrial stuff. So some balconies, maybe. Okay, I just want some railings and like some stuff happening. So let's do, how should we do this? I have some assets that I can kitbash that I modeled a long time ago. So let's do, it's called a Rusty, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I have a Rusty Grate, which is just like a strip of like a cube. You can see it's just a cube stretched out, arrayed this way a bunch of times, and then arrayed the other way less times with a rust texture on it. That's all that is. I might just put this material on it actually just to make it line up or match up. That's good enough for now. I can always tweak this later. And then let's do a handrail too. This is just, just some cylinders that I like extruded. I think I used like the spin tool to create that. You can also do it with curves and then convert the curve, or add a bevel and then convert the curve to a mesh. That can also work, but just this basic type of shape. And then let's just take that, array it. So I don't know, something like that. Cool. If you want to look at this in edit mode, it's just nothing special, just basic geometry. This is not even like connected up properly. It's just like a cylinder just kind of chucked in there, another one. So you can see it's just nothing crazy, but it's far away, so it doesn't matter. So let's just make one like platform that I can use a bunch of times. So I need my reference for scale again. Okay, let's just add a new one. Cube. Boom. So that's roughly a person-ish. So if I just put that on there, that is good enough for the height of a railing. Good enough. Okay. And this thing is like too wide, I think. So let's just scale that in. Pull this in. Pull this in. Make it something like that. Good enough. And let's just maybe join this together, or maybe let's scale this down so that this, okay, this viewport's really small. I should expand this. Okay, so let's take this. I just want to scale this down so that it lines up with the edges better. So like there, because I'm going to be like tiling this or like repeating it a bunch of times. So that's good enough. And I think I still want it like, I want like this distance between them. So good enough. Okay, let's take those. Apply scale. Just clear object and data. That is just, if you just search object and data, just make single user, or is that what it is? Object, relations, make single user, object and data. So that's just, this just undoes if you, well, first of all, I assigned again to the quick favorites, this thing. So when I press Q and I press object and data, that's what the setting is. But basically when you have anything that's, I don't think it matters in this case, but I do it for everything. But if you want to know what this does, if you press Alt D, it's kind of like Shift D until you edit it. Like if you press Alt D and then edit the thing, like if I just pull this around, it's going to edit anything that's connected to it. But if you press Shift D, it will not, it's like its own thing where it won't affect the other ones. Whereas the one that's I pressed Alt D on, it does affect any other, like the original version of it too. So anyways, if you press, if you use that object and data setting like this, so relations, whatever, object and data, whatever I just showed you, this one, now it undoes that Alt D, and it's as if I pressed Shift D in the first place. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't matter in this case at all, because I don't even need to do it. I just do it for everything just to make sure everything is working fine. Anyways, convert that to a mesh. The reason you do that is it applies all modifiers at once, even if you have multiple things selected. So anytime I'm modeling and I have a bunch of pieces and there's different modifiers on all the pieces, that's the checklist of things I'll do. Just queue, clear object data for all of them, so they're all independent objects, convert them all to a mesh to apply all modifiers from all selected objects all at once. So just do that. I could also just apply it here. There's only one modifier. And now we can join them all together safely, and it won't be screwed up when I press join. So Control J, and I didn't actually apply this one, so that's why it's useful, as you can see. If you just select all the things you want, now convert it to a mesh, it applies all the modifiers at once, and you don't have to go through every single thing and apply them. Anyways, let's join it up now. It's all good. And let's just set the origin back to the geometry. Beautiful. We now have this tiny piece up here. I spent way too long on that, but it's fine. I might actually add in some extra geometry here just so it's actually visible, because this thing is like, it's not transparent, but it kind of looks like it because it's just those thin pieces. So maybe let's do this, just add some like extra geometry in here. Maybe let's bevel that. Nice. Okay, and then we can just pull this out. Just grab these vertices and let's just pull it over here. Lovely. And then maybe mirror that on this. So just mirror, boom, on the Y. And I don't think I need to do anything else. Maybe just add a couple things here. Bevel. If I just select these, bevel that. Alt E, extrude faces along normals. Just pull that in slightly so there's just some more detail or something. Cool. Apply the mirror, join it up with these, and then I just want these all to have, I'm just going to get rid of that rust texture, unwrap that with a quick cube projection so that it has that concrete on it. That looks really bad on there with that repeating, so I might have to figure out a way to deal with that. I could try a smart UV project. That might be better. It is. Okay. So let's just stick with that for now. Okay. So I can now array this as much as I want and just add a bunch of like platforms and shit around. So let's do that. So there. Cool. And when you have like a bunch of small handrails and stuff like this, it just gives like a better sense of scale if you have something tiny that's recognizable, like you kind of know how big a handrail is, and then if you have that right next to this massive thing, it just puts it into perspective how big it actually is. So we'll see if we can get that kind of effect around here. This might not be the right spot for it, but I'll just try this over in some different places, and maybe like closer to the camera too. And the main thing is I just want to add detail. I shouldn't be spending too much time on these small details, but I just want to get like a better sense of the kind of stuff that's going to be around here. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's Alt D these around, so that if I change one, it's going to update on all of them. Cool, that's good enough for now. And I might want some over here too. Just kind of put this over here. Boom. I don't know if I want it like over top of that or just back against the wall. I don't know, just figuring it out, right? Okay, that's fine for now. Good enough. Okay, I want more stuff happening, so maybe I don't actually want like a moat or a trench right here, whatever it's called. Just get rid of that. Yeah, that's cooler. So I want this to be, I might need to pull up more reference photos of, just to get some more ideas of stuff that could be happening here. But I want it to be like, yeah, big like industrial vibes. Here, let's make something really quick. Let's do a bit of modeling. Because I want like some just industrial like stuff going on. So let's just Google like industrial stuff. Let's just look at some images. Yeah, this right here. So like this, oops, it's kind of hard to see, but like this rusty like frame of this metal thing right here, I like that. I also like these just like pillars or like smokestacks with like scaffolding all around. Yeah, that's all cool. So let's see if we can do some of that. Okay, so I want, first of all, let's do a metal frame. So we're gonna have like this here. We're gonna have another one here, like rotate 90, and then another one over here. Doesn't need to be perfect. It can be pretty rough because it's just gonna be like, it's not gonna be like up close. There's gonna be like a lot of small little things of this. And let's duplicate that out here. Maybe one more of these. I forget exactly what was going on here. It looks like there's actually 2 of them on one of these, so let's just do another one there. Lovely. And I guess I should have done that on both of them, so let's take those, duplicate it down. Lovely. And let's just now, okay, yeah, just take this, put one over here. Okay, good enough. And then let's take one of these, duplicate, rotate 45, stretch it out. Actually, no, not 45. It's not across. It's like just here to the top to back to the bottom. So maybe let's just, I guess I should model that really quick. Let's just do a quick mirror. So delete vertices on one side, mirror on the, what is it, Z on this case. If you apply the rotation, it'll be X, but whatever. Loop right here, pull this down, pull this up. That's probably not the best way to do it, actually. That's probably not. Maybe I can pull this in. No, I can't. That kind of works. Maybe let's just pull that in. Good enough. And I didn't have X-ray mode on. Nice. Okay, so take this, pull it in. Beautiful. Good enough. It's fine if it's just kind of jankily attached on here. Maybe just pull this. Go to switches to normal and then pull it down on its. Wow. Okay, it's not lined up actually the way I wanted, but whatever. I can just do this. Good enough. Back to global. It doesn't matter. Okay. Now I just want to. So a quick inset on these. Actually, let's apply the scale before I do that. So inset. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, pull that in just with an extrusion. And I can pull this down to right there. That is just lovely. Okay, just pull that up. Beautiful. Okay, we want this. I think I want those details a little bit in some of these. So maybe one loop right there. Maybe just take this, inset that slightly with, make sure scale is applied. Yeah, just pull that, whoops, extrude. So just hit E and then just scale it on the Y. That's fine. It's a little bit janky up there, so maybe I shouldn't have actually done that. I could fix that with just add some loops here, just whatever. Good enough. Take these, yeah, okay. I extrude. We could also do this with an Alt-E to extrude faces along normal, so to extrude them in the direction that they're both facing, so they both go in evenly. And then now let's just take these 4 pillars, Control L, and link object data, and I need to apply the scale of all of them. If you hold Alt while you apply the scale of all of them, or do any action actually, if you do anything while you're holding Alt, it'll apply it to anything that's selected. So let's hold Alt, apply scale. Now Control L, object and data, and it works properly. Lovely. And I could even do it with these if I wanted to. Like maybe let's try that just to get more detail in here. Let's apply the scale again. So it's not working because I pressed Alt D on these. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So that's where Q, clear object and data comes in, so that we can. It's essentially now they're not linked together. It's not as if I pressed Alt D. It's as if I pressed Shift D. Now Control L on this one. Control L, object and data, or link. Sorry, link object data to this one. Still did not work. What's going on? Did I not apply the scale? Okay, I didn't, I guess. Nice. So let's get that in there. And I want these all to be slightly smaller so they're not overlapping. Cool. Okay, that was way too much work for just this one little thing. Maybe let's actually mirror this on... let's actually join these together. Object data, join, mirror, or just set the origin to geometry so I can mirror this on this. And then just put it on the Y or the Z or whatever it is. There we go. Okay, that is great. Perfect. So let's take that object and data, mesh to apply all modifiers, Control J, and it should join nice and smoothly. Lovely. So you can see how sometimes just pulling up a random reference photo just gives you a quick idea of something you need. So that's perfect. And maybe I'll make some little stairs and stuff on top of this later, but for now, let's get this. Let's actually put this piece here and then use it kind of as like a little Lego piece to like make another thing. So the other thing that I want to make is like maybe a stack of them. Yeah. And maybe at the top, do I want to? Not worth it. Okay. Good enough. So let's do like a big thing like this. And I need some stairs. I could make stairs. Or I could just not. Let's make them. Let's just do this really quick. So let's take a cube and just put it here. I just watched Ian Hubert's Patreon video on making stairs, so I will roughly follow what he was doing because it was a good technique. So far, this is not exactly what he was doing, but it's close enough. So let's just array something up like this. What do you think? 10, maybe 20? How many are in here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10, 15-ish. Let's do 12. Okay, that's fine. Apply the array, and on individual origins, now I can just scale these down because I didn't really do it right. Okay, maybe let's bevel. Actually, let's select one of these edges, like this one, and then if you hit Shift G for select similar, we can select a similar direction. So all the ones that are pointing up and down, like this, all these ones. And now let's bevel that and make sure the scale is applied. Bevel that a little bit. This is going to be so small that it doesn't really matter, but good enough. Just to add more sci-fi vibe. It doesn't really need that, but whatever. Okay, so railings. I also want platforms here too, so let's just quickly do that. So platform here, platform here. Pull this up to there, and then let's see if we can just design some railings. I should have done his method of doing this because, or like Ian Hubert's method, because now I have to deal with this. Okay, good enough. Extrude up. Maybe let's just pull this way a little bit. Yeah, okay, now extrude this way, but we can pull this down. So basically, we're just going to use, well, I'll just show you in a second. Let's just pull this. It's too tall as well, so let's just pull it out this way. Pull this out this way. If you're not in Ian Hubert's Patreon, by the way, I can definitely recommend it. It's very good. Okay, so I want to do just one section like this, and then that will allow me to, like, I can just always spam this around a bunch of times, but if I just do something like this that is easily connected, like we can have one here and then like take another one and like rotate it around and then like whoops rotate the way I want and then like connect them up like that, and I guess I should have a railing on the other side too. That probably makes sense. So let's maybe duplicate this to like right there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that will be good. And maybe I think this needs to be like more this way. Does it though? Maybe I just need a loop right here. I don't know. That's fine, I think. Okay, so basically, anywhere where these where there's an edge like this, we're just going to turn that into a curve. So let's just select all these faces, hit X, and instead of deleting faces, which deletes everything, you hit only faces, so X, only faces, it leaves the edges in there. And so if we convert that to a curve, which I could like worry about beveling this and making it nice, but I don't think it matters that much in this case. It's going to be so small that it doesn't even matter. So let's just quickly right click, convert to curve, and now it's a curve. And now we can bevel it. So let's do that. Let's just go to geometry, bevel, turn up the depth, and that is just lovely. Okay, let's delete this one. Ooh, that is just so nice that worked out. Okay, and I think this, let's actually, okay, let me try duplicating the entire thing, and it's just seeing if it will actually tile or not. So let's just see if it lines up the way I was intending. So if I put it there, it's close enough. It's close enough. This is a bit bad, these platforms here, so maybe I should deal with that. So let's just scale that up. Let me just put it there. Could extrude it a little bit if I want. And these don't have to be super clean. It just needs to be like good from far away, which means, yeah, it doesn't be amazing. So just pull it down. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, if I just put these on here. I think that is going to line up good enough, so let's just run with it. So delete that. Okay, let's, do we want, I think this is fine the way it is. Maybe let's pull this down a little bit so they're not like floating. Same with this, and then this is fine. Okay, that is good. So boom, object and data to, in case I pressed Alt D on anything, which I didn't here, so whatever. Convert to mesh, apply all modifiers at once, Control J, and let's just apply the scale, set the origin to the geometry, and there we go, we have some stairs now. So we can use this inside this. This is a bit big, I might scale it by 0.5. So I can actually just kind of do this. Let's see if I can spam this like up and around here a bit. So duplicate, so it's like right there, SY or SX -1. No, just rotate 180. Yeah. And then just pull it up here and just kind of line that up somewhat roughly. Yeah, I should have done a better job with this, but whatever. It's going to be from far away, like you're not going to see this. You're just going to see like this. It's fine. So then now I could even, let's actually duplicate this. No. Duplicate this thing one more time so I have a backup and join these together and now just array that upwards. So just 0 on that, 1 on the Z. If I think I have to apply the rotation for that to work. So not 1 because it's going too far. So right there. Or even less. Just get the railings to match up. 7, 8, 9. Let's go 0.2, 1. Close enough. Now spam this up. And do I want one more? Yeah, sure. Okay, lovely. And we can just take some like, well, maybe it doesn't even need anything. That's fine. Let's maybe duplicate that to the other side as well. And this is just gonna give like a nice industrial look to everything. And then here's another piece that I can just spam around. So I can use the stairs by themselves, or I can use this frame by itself on something else, or I can just use them together as another piece like this. So this is how I generally go about modeling stuff for a scene, is that you just like make a bunch of pieces. You can like combine them in different ways, kind of just treat it like Lego. Like you just combine these things in different ways. You can use them on their own or in combination with other things. And when you have bigger pieces, you can use those and like combine them with other things too, and like make even bigger pieces. So don't be afraid to like reuse the same model in other models that you're using for the scene, if that makes sense. Obviously, it depends what it is and how much you use it, but generally, like the stairs are going to be the same stairs everywhere around this like factory thing. So it doesn't matter. It's all good if I like reuse the same thing a bunch of times. Okay, I might just want to add some more variation to this because you can see in this one there's like more stuff happening than just like the same two models. So let's just see if I can like, I can even just take this, like scale it by 0.5, put it at the top, whatever. Maybe just like stretch things out. So like take this, make sure clear object and data in case it's linked to the other ones, which I don't think it is, but in case it is, just, yeah, just pull that out there. Yeah, that's cool, sure. Lovely. And that's another piece I can use, so I can just put that over here somewhere. And I'm just gonna build up like a nice little library of stuff that I can just pull from, and that will allow me to populate the scene just really quickly. So nothing's changed in the render view because I've been doing this outside here, but once we have all these pieces, it'll be super easy to just chuck it all together and just slam a bunch of stuff onto the walls and just make it look really nice, really fast.